Welcome to another episode of Deus Randomizer. I am Jehuti. We are continuing on our run from the previous time, the item restrictions run, which should be uploaded to YouTube, and you can find the first part of that there. So, we just want to remind you that there will be some delay on my microphone. That's not really something that I can change. I wish I could, but I cannot change it. And I may have a short interruption during this stream. I hope that it will be short and of little consequence, but we will see that in due time. So, without further ado, then we will just begin where we left off, which was in New York immediately after the, Stream End 1, immediately after returning from Hong Kong, and now we have to find Mr. Stanton Dowd. And we are in Smuggler's Lair, because I had to search for some kind of cover from the police who will be trying to kill me. Since we didn't do any favors for Smuggler, let's just get out of here. I do have the sound a bit low to prevent the echo. Oh look, another medbot. To prevent the echo effect from happening, so I might not be cognizant of, for example, you know what, we want to do the window instead. So I might not be aware of like combat music or anything like that happening, so if that does happen, well, you can chalk it up to poor experience. Wow, good. Poor experience on my part. And what are we? Key. Yeah, key to the hotel room. Good, good, good. Oh, darn it. Did not mean to do that, but that matters little when we have so much healing available to us. Just look at all those medbots. I am amazed at how generous the seat is. Oh gosh. What the heck are my weapons on this run? Yeah, I can tear people apart with the shotgun, and yeah, we'll use a bulletproof. I never ever use ballistic armor, but today is most certainly a day for ballistic armor.
I agree.
And what kind of explosives? Yeah, we have tons of explosives. We'll be just fine for the super freighter. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get the speed aug going. And we still have our aqua lung from last time because we had no other augmentations to install, and that is just when you're at the depths of installing aqua lung, you know that a seed has gone horribly, horribly wrong. And yes, that is a New York City police officer slaughtering a completely innocent civilian because it's something that happens occasionally in vanilla matter, that the alliances go a little crazy with each other, and people who are unrelated to each other will start doing damage to each other. And WCC has been trying to patch that, and it's had variable results, but it is getting better. It previously was the case that you would have MJ-12 troops and New York City troops shooting at each other. So that is no longer the case. Dai is now in the chat. Good to see you, Dai. Thanks for coming along. And you now properly have your moderator tag, which I completely messed up last time. I gave it to a user called Dai Forever, when the correct name is Dai Forever 2011. So, Dai, glad to see you. Thanks for coming along. And we just got out of New York, and we did not do Vinny, so we're going to have to find some other way to get into this base. Yes, I don't expect that you'll actually be doing anything with that moderator capability, but it's just a nice assurance, I suppose you could say, just in case some gremlin comes along and decides to start being toxic. So, if you want me to change that or whatever, then feel free to let me know. also have, I believe it's Randomizer, where I also made another mod. And good, this is our opportunity to show off Spy Drone. Because I love Spy Drone, I believe it is a tremendously underutilized augmentation in Deus Ex. And darn, that's really taking up a lot of our bioenergy. But look at that, it's already disabled in a single shot. If I had planned better, and if I were less visible, or rather if I had chosen a better spot to fire that from, then I could have gotten better results from using less energy from it. But well, we'll do okay. And what is glowing blue around here? Makes me feel like I want to drop a lamb here and see what all blows up. I think that's a good idea. We'll use a lamb. And then here we have... oh boy. And the EMP that we cannot use because it is restricted. No, this is a bunch of junk. We're gonna reload that. Normally I'm not so stingy on the explosives, but we have a super freighter to take down. So... necessarily... oh yeah, it was the stealth pistol that I was using so much. And this thing, it is brutal. I can hop over these lasers. This should not be an issue at our level of speedrun. And look how stealthy we are. Nobody has any idea. Oh, yes he does. Well, that was a real jerk move. That's not the kind of thing that you should do to a stranger. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm now missing a leg, but I don't think that that's vital. At least for a lot of people that's going to be vital, but it's not for JC Denton. JC Denton is a... he's made of different material than you and me. He's a bit tougher than the average... smarter than the average bear, tougher than the average soldier. And...
contact. Goddamn terrorist.
And I have, you know what? I have no bullets, so we need to fix that. We're going to do things differently. We're going to go back in time and set up a new standard. Yes, we do have that sniper rifle, which should be tremendously useful in a map like this. Okay, we're doing much better this time. No more getting exploded by random rockets. And I am aware that there is a camera up there, but should not be a significant issue. That flickering Z infighting texture made me think it was the helicopter blades, and I was like, what is that doing up there? Highly confused for a short moment.
Try taking the elevator to the top of that crane. You might be able to get on the roof.
No, we could really use some bioenergy, because after all, we are not allowed to use our energy danishes. So, if we find a bot, that would be really, really cool. And no, I am not allowed to use multi-tools, so we will have to find a different way in. Yes, this really is requiring a whole new perspective on how you would normally play the game, because... are you kidding? That guy took a bullet right to the spine, and he pretended like it did not matter. Okay, these guys are... feels like an aimbot. Feels like a little like cheating, so... I'm going to reload first and fire second, because this is typically the way that you handle a sniper rifle. Okay, we're good. Alright, is the Vinny door... yes, the Vinny door is something that we can break down. This is called the Vinny door because Vinny is the one who, when you talk to Vinny in New York, he pacifies the soldier who's on the inside. Since we did not talk to Vinny, the soldier will not be pacified, and therefore we might have to use firearms to a small extent while we're inside. Not because we want to, but because we need to. This guy could be helpful. Maybe he can open up for us. Hello? Buddy?
This is a heavily guarded building. Be prepared for resistance.
Well, this is not working, so I guess we're going to need to use a lockpick. Unfortunate. But I have plenty.
That's the one. We're gonna need some reinforcements.
Yeah, this is a completely different soldier because usually it's a... Well, I say usually, but the Vinny should probably be the exception to the rule. When Vinny is around, it's replaced by a... Chinese uniform soldier is instead replaced by a US military soldier, and he behaves very differently. Also, very, very handy, the Deus Ex Randomizer admins added this little button which opens up the door. Oh great, these are open. Available, rather. Because there are times where you could get trapped inside this base while the freighter is sinking, and that was never any fun whatsoever. No, I'm really starting to regret not talking to Vinny because these mechanics over here would normally give you the code if you talk to Vinny, and that is not an advantage that I have right now. So we're going to have to do things differently. Okay, thankfully this is not a heavily guarded area. Probably could have taken him out with a baton, but at this point, we are just drowning in ammo. In charger, whatever you want to call that. Prod charges. That's what we can call that thing. Okay, so one thing that I do want to do while I'm on this side, I should probably... I wonder if I have the... It's a strange thing in... Multi-tool. Can use it. Yes, it's a strange thing in Randomizer that occasionally I have codes to things that... I don't know why I have them, but I most certainly do have them. And what are you? Are you a repair bot? Yes, repair bot! That changes things significantly. Now I want to go to the other side. I'm going to go to the other side and see if... WCC. The wall cloud will be popping soon. We're not quite there yet, but I highly encourage that attitude because we need to take this super freighter down. WCC, as I mentioned last time, is the developer of the VMD mod that I am playing with. I love VMD. It adds tremendous amounts of replayability to Deus Ex, just like the Randomizer does. And very helpful and friendly person when you talk to him. So there's a Discord server for Vanilla Matter, which I am a part of, and is likewise for the Deus Ex Randomizer. So all very good people to talk around with. One of the reasons why I even stream is because, like, if I had a toxic few viewers that I would begin with, I would have just given up on streaming completely from the very beginning. But the people that I deal with are genuinely very good. They have been very accommodating as I make this very modest entry into the streaming world. Yes, there's a thing about suggestions with Deus Ex is that a lot of people can come up with a lot of suggestions, and a lot of them will be terrible ones. I have made terrible suggestions in the past, and I'm grateful that many of them have been rejected. Some of my terrible suggestions have been included, and that's something that we now live with, all of us, together. In floating lemon lime soda. No, these are honestly wonderful communities, and I would not be streaming if they were not the way that they are, so I am very grateful to them for that. This is recoil. We'll do that. Like, I was watching a Twitch stream last night, since one of my big things that I'm watching on Twitch nowadays is Hearthstone, and just because my usual streamers logged off, I signed on to just a random girl streamer who was trying to get a good run going, but the stream was just, the chatters were just toxic, like horrible people. Like, I would have banned those people instantly, but I guess she felt bad that she had so few viewers that she decided not to, so she let them run wild. It makes you feel really bad. I'm the kind of person who has an overactive conscience, so when I see things like that, it does not make me feel happy. It's a hard thing. So, okay, good. We have the engineering bay. That's the bridge that we're going to use pretty soon. So the fact that I have a good community who's around for streams like this and so on, very, very grateful for people who are like that. So thank you all in the Deus Ex Randomizer community. And this is, what is this? Access code. Huh. I don't really see anything there. Okay, let's move on. I have to mention that the Hearthstone community is not really toxic. Like, oh dear. What am I going to use here? I don't have pepper spray. Could use... we'll stick with the prod. The prod will stun your enemies or knock them unconscious. Cool thing about Hearthstone is that a lot of the streamers are actually genuinely very relaxed people, very positive attitude kind of people. It's just that sometimes the chat gets a little out of hand, but the smarter ones ban them right away. I have no idea why people don't do the banning more often, but occasionally they've got to do what they've got to do, I suppose. 328%. One of the reasons why I want to upgrade Spy Drone to level 4 is that there's still some engine bug that if you activate Spy Drone and Synthetic Heart at the same time, the Spy Drone will immediately explode, and I guess I don't know what the deal with that is, and apparently it's a long-standing bug, so hopefully someday somebody will be able to figure that out. Oh yeah, we have ballistic protection as an AUG. That's very, very good. Really should be upgrading this for Paris. This radar transparency, but I think we will stick with ballistic because when we're fully upgraded, that is 65% reduction. That's just insane. I think that's very much worth the investment. So let's move on. And this unlocks the security area access panel. Ramp can loop. Okay, we have the ramp code. A little too late for that, but worse things have happened. Okay, we have great energy and great explosives. We will have a great super freighter, I think. Was that a... Yes, that's a data queue. Let's see what this is about. Not really seeing anything on it, so let's move on. I rarely read the data queues inside the super freighter, so I don't have quite the memory of what's inside these things. Yes, the assault shotgun is prohibited on this run. We have Ambrosia. Don't really care about that. Except for Ops. Okay, we can go up to Ops, but I don't foresee us going up. Okay, great, perfect. We have Reindeer Flotilla. That is very, very important. Reindeer Flotilla is the password for the lower levels. As far as I know, that is still a long-standing bug. I don't know if anybody else would comment on that, but as far as I'm aware, yes. If you attempt to activate Spy Drone while Synthetic Heart is running, then it will fail instantly and you'll have to wait for a new drone to be constructed. I believe that is very much inside the core of the game, so I have not heard of anybody being able to fix it yet. We shall drink a soda. And...
Who the hell?
Okay, much better. And let's reload while we have the chance. Really kind of wish I had my pepper spray, but we can live without it for now. Okay, feeling like this should be a shotgun approach once we reload. Gotta turn up my sound a little bit, just to help me out. And if there comes through any echo effect on that, let me know. And okay, Captain's Code, very useful. Wow, oh yeah, the door was open. No wonder they didn't see me.
This was
But
some kind of
surprise attack.
Fire here.
Surprise attack.
Whoever's out there, give yourself up.
Buddy, stop doing that. You are not. Why don't we give it a try? I'll just activate the two of them. And oh my good heavens, this... Well, it's running at level 3, so it's not, at least it doesn't, like, blow up instantly, so it's a much better outcome, I have to admit that. Yeah, so it looks like it's, at the very least, it is functional, so it doesn't explode automatically. So if that's the best we can do, I am very much in favor of this approach. And, darn it, can't even pick up that lamb. Where on earth is the below decks key? Because there are two copies of it. I'm amazed we have not found either one of it. And you know what, I really should be using these security... Where are the security... Oh yeah, the security panel's over here. Well, that's something we can wait around for. It's not a... Like, it would be really cool to have that, but nobody's going to quit the game over not having a functional synthetic heart, what do we call it? Spy drone upgrade, so whenever that happens, it's a cool upgrade, but certainly not life or death. Do I really not have key? Below decks key. I do have the below decks key. Well, that makes things much easier. Alright, let's start knocking things out. See, whenever I see these green crates now, I'm like, don't be a biocell, don't be a biocell. And gas grenade, we cannot pick that up. Okay. And another lamb. Alright, we have an excess of explosives. We definitely did not need to talk to Smuggler, and who knows if we're ever going to find out his fate. Probably will. We'll probably be going up onto the roof to... Actually, we might not need to go up onto the roof because of the new rules for spawning the Jock helicopter. I say that's new. It's like 2-3 months already, but new for the stream, I suppose, since I have been doing so few streams since that happened. Ow. Alright, nothing... The weld points here are randomized. That is a part of Deus Ex Randomizer. And... There are a lot of different places they can be. I think there are something like 12 possible spawn points for these things. And so far we have not seen any of them. Yes, there is one. So, because the lamb will reach this much more easily, capacity... Yeah, shotgun. We need more shots in that shotgun. Okay, that's the first weld point down. And any soldiers coming around to see us? No, looks like we're okay. So I'm going to go up into the... Ah yes, one of the possible points is inside, and No, that doesn't look like it. It does not look like there is a weld point inside the comms room, so I guess I don't need to check that. We do have the key code. Now that I think about it, the admins did add this, there's a little TNT crate in here that would have saved me an explosive, but as we saw above, we are at an excess of explosives for this map, so there's really no need for that. Let's move on. Let's try to make this map short to avoid the whole 10-hour stream kind of thing. And
You didn't want to come in here. You didn't want to come in here.
I don't think that could have possibly worked out better. These guys need more training. I think they should not have put first day recruits on a top secret mission like this. So, guys, thank you for doing my work for me. It's unfortunate that we are missing that lamb now, but accidents will happen, I suppose. Alright, we are now looking for 4 more weld points.
I won't get.
Ah, the nervous electrician. Wonderful human being. Very friendly. I shot first. I shot faster. Okay, let's get this underway. Since we have the Reindeer Flotilla password, we can start turning off some of these cameras, which will really help us out.
Watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech.
Oh dear, what's going on? Oh no. Alright, we are turning on our ballistic because I hardly ever use this and I really should. But we use a plasma. Yes, better off. And we're not really in much danger because probably won't be any soldiers coming around here, so let's focus on this room. Where are there are 2 possible weld points right here. Not bad. Alright, is that? No, not there. And not there, okay. Well, this room is unnecessary then. Let's get the heck out of here. Oh dear. Let's reuse that. Would you look at that? That's amazing. I feel like Han Solo or something. And do we have any jerks over here? Well, no, they're not jerks. They're doing the best they can. I suppose I should be more positive towards my enemies. After all, they're only trying to kill me. Oh dear. Buddy, that is not tolerated on this ship.
That's him. Sounding the alarm.
Okay, we have another weld point right here. And we have... yeah, we'll use the lambs, because lambs, we probably won't have much need of lambs after the freighter. Okay, 3 weld points for me.
This is the spot, JC.
Let's turn on
That
the
is one of the tri-hull weld points.
bilge pumps.
You should be able to breach the inner hull with a gap round or lamp. When this one is
Oh dear.
opened, there are
Okay, there we go.
more you need to breach. Check Doubt's map for their locations. The bilge valves are open.
Energy Danish. Yet another. You know, speedrunners will be dying for those things, and look at me, I'm just like, I do not want any of these ridiculous, terrible biocell things. Keep them away from me. Look how ungrateful I am.
The computer should allow you to reverse the flow.
Okay, there is another possible weld point over here. Wow, the stealth meter is in purple, because that's how tremendously unstealthy I am. Which, I'll remind you, is a oh good, lamp. Is a combination, well, it's really just a show of... I should not be standing next to this.
He's down.
Where's my inventory? That was... I think my... I'm going to arbitrarily blame my keyboard for that one. You know what? We're doing the PS20 because it's just too good. Yeah, perfect. Just Straight kill, straight kill. And weld point. Yes, we definitely want to use our lamps here, because I really don't foresee much need of lamps after this. The main reason why you want to use a lamp is because it is much quieter than the Gep gun. For example, if you use the Gep gun in the Hella base at the start of Hong Kong, then you'll alert all the soldiers on the lower levels. But I have seen cases, I'm not going to say that this is absolute science, but I have seen cases where people use a lamb instead, and nobody comes running. As far as I'm aware, the Gep gun makes tremendous amounts of noise, so it should be avoided where possible. Okay, more reindeer flotilla is over here. I'm going to check the ventilation shaft, because there is one possible weld point over here. Yes, there is. Okay, let's head downstairs and deal with that one as well. Man, they really messed this place up. Okay, I don't see any more loot. Let's get moving on. Yeah, the Gep gun, it's a massive, massive space investment.
That thing like lightning.
Like, once you have the plasma rifle, the Gep gun, and the sniper rifle, you're pretty much done on inventory. You really don't have much more to speak of when it comes to, I think I'm going to use the Gep gun here. You're really pretty much done on inventory, so those are important considerations. Like a person who instead uses the baton, the pistol. Okay, one more. And, I don't know, some smaller equipment like that. They will be much more capable of holding things like fire extinguishers, ballistic armor, camo. Speaking of camo, I'm going to do a bit of save load trickery to just see where the final weld point is, because it should be...
Whoever's out there is in serious trouble. Someone's there. I can hear you.
Okay, it is right here. And yes, the stealth meter was flaring up right there, because these people are not happy at all with my possible presence on the ship. Goodbye. Let's get moving. I'm going to turn the sound down just a little, because that siren is undoubtedly going to come across on the recording, sound recording. And that was a perfectly acceptable super freighter. Always a difficult mission, but we made it through in one piece and without significant problems. Okay, our key here is that we will use our clever Aqualung in order to survive. No, we're not using Aqualung. We will never use Aqualung. We did use Aqualung in Hong Kong, but that's in the past. Okay, good, good. Then I'll put the sound back on. I am generally paranoid about echo effect in the sound recording, but this thing only lasts like 2 minutes, so I shouldn't be all that worried about it. Alright. Well, I outlasted him, and just for fun, we'll raise the ramp. Why not? Let's get out of here. Yeah, see here. We got this door open previously, but it shut on us. So the DXR admins were very cunning. Button? Yes, okay. In adding that button for us, because I had lost progress previously in having to reload in a case like that, and they were very kind and responsive, and they added that button. Very good people. Okay, now we have to look for the randomized jock location. You know, this is completely unrealistic of a shotgun to be able to do that, so just keep that in mind for next time. Don't try to use a shotgun at 100 meters. It's not meant to do that. That was never the function of a shotgun. Okay, randomized jock. Oh, good heavens. Let's get out of here. Randomized jock is not in the sewers. Is randomized jock in the warehouse? Hard to say. Let's find out. Well, open. Randomized jock is not in... Well, at least he's not in this warehouse. Let's see the other... No, he's not going to be on the other side. That's not a possible spawn point. He could be on the roof. He could be on the far side over by where we began this mission. So, Mr. Jock, we are looking for you to save us. Yes. Okay, good. Because I really did not want him to be on the roof. That would have caused more problems than it solved. Okay, good. Let me just check a quick message while we're getting the outro here. Okay.
I'm here.
And we open this ourselves because we need no night watchman. Okay, buddy. Thankfully he doesn't have a weapon today. He often does spawn with a weapon, but not today. And, sadly I cannot use multi-tools, so we're going to have to do this the hard way. Okay, nothing in there. Little bit of health regain. Okay, we can use 40s. I don't expect to use many 40s throughout this run, but we can use them. The jammer is right here. Good. And I'm still paranoid about these things because in previous versions, where you would use a modded version of Deus Ex Randomizer, there would be an explosive barrel, an explosive invisible barrel placed inside the Watchman's shed. So when you would... Oh, good. We have the code now. When you would destroy the barrel, the jammer, then it would probably also kill you as well. So even now, I'm still paranoid about that. Let's find an upgrader. Should be an upgrader somewhere around here. There should be a blue glow for an upgrader as well. So... maybe it's going to be down in the catacomb-ish area. Ah, no glow. Well, that's okay. We can deal with that. What are we going to upgrade next? We have so much equal... Going from 242 to 204. That's pretty good. As compared to... a 50% increase in the spy drone. I really do want to do that, so... maybe it's selfish of me, but I will upgrade the spy drone one more time.
The gate.
And I don't think I should have any issue.
LZ is hot, so get to me as soon as you can. I'm gonna be a sitting duck out here.
A sitting MQ duck out here. Alright, let's turn on this and this. And this.
Someone's there. I can hear you.
Ready to...
And they never saw it coming. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, let's do it. Actually makes me think that we could probably hop towards Jock as we do that transition, and then those skip the conversation and let us proceed. But maybe that's only a trick that works on Mission 3. Who knows? I'm sure one of the Deus Ex scientists would be happy to try that out and figure it out. And, oh my goodness, this segment was 35 minutes. Am I really that slow? No, the timer's wrong. So, yes, let's move on to Paris. Okay, that's just an EMP
Well,
grenade.
enjoy Paris. Sorry I couldn't get you any closer than this. Majestic 12 troops have occupied the streets. Make your way down to the catacombs. Silhouette should have a hideout in one of the...
Scramble, yes, we can use scramble grenades. Very good. Do I want to... You know what, we have tons of explosives here. So, yes, there should be a book inside this shed, which gives us the code to the elevator. Good, we're done. Something that most runners will do is that they talk to the woman who is grieving for her dead cats, and then they will kill her because she has multi-tools. I, for one, do not need to kill her because I do not need multi-tools. Makes me wonder if I even need... I really don't. Let's move right down into the well, not the catacombs, into these construction tunnels, because we don't really need anything to speak of from up there. I mean, even if I wanted to use a hazmat suit, I can't. It's one of the prohibited items for this run.
Releasing transgenics into the sewers, or they have had an escape at one of their laboratories.
And, where the heck is the exit? Okay, this is the first exit, I believe. So I'm just going to suffer a bit of radiation damage here. Yeah, we can handle that. Not a big deal. Oh dear. This thing's gonna see me. And good heavens, this thing has a very resistant exoskeleton, or whatever the heck a Greasel has. Raptor chicken. Gonzo science. What a world we live in. Okay, that is a commando coming for us. Let's be smarter than that. Let's run. I can run faster than plasma bullets, and therefore I win.
This sewer shaft goes to an enclosed compound where you can find an entrance to the catacombs.
Okay, looks like we're good on this end. Now, because I did choose radar transparency, that means that I can be invisible to these commandos, and that is going to be very helpful. That was, you know what, that was terrible. I don't think that's the kind of thing that we should be doing on a run. Therefore, we will not be doing it. What is our most powerful weaponry? Not really any of these. Okay, that's why. He has special equipment. See, when you have one of these guys who's... This is a Vanilla Matter edition, that they can be wearing things like protective gear, like ballistic armor and so on. And when you have a commando who is wearing a bulletproof vest, they're not impossible to kill, but they're very close to it. Alright, buddy. You're going down for the count. That's a Vanilla Matter change, that radar transparency works on commandos, and cloak is the one that they can see. The reasoning that I made the suggestion to WCC for doing that for commandos to... The whole thing that they do is that they're like mech-augmented humans. So it seemed weird to me that they would be fooled by cloaking when their whole thing is like, okay, I'm running a scan, I'm looking at thermals, I'm doing the x-ray. All of that seemed pretty inconsistent to me, so I pitched the idea to WCC, and he agreed that that would be a good balance change. So that is something that is a part of VMD now. To me, it really does add a lot of... a much deeper level to... Okay. A much deeper level to the decision of whether you're going to be using cloak or radar transparency in a run. Oh gosh. Well, that worked out, sort of. No, it did not work out. That was terrible. So yes, this is a fairly drastic change from the original game, but I believe that it is one that very much merits its own change.
Sector 6. It could be anywhere.
Yes, I really should be using Sabbat. I really should be using Ballistic. And you'll notice on the recording there that commandos now have their own augmented, well, not augmented, but their own cyber death scream, which I think is a really cool touch. Oh, let's turn off those augs. So the fact that they now have their own hurt noises, their own death noises, rather than using the original human ones, to me that is a really, really cool change. Really cool. Explosives have reduced damage. Okay, so that's why the Gep gun was very, very quick to damage the commando.
You're close to the bunker where Silhouette has barricaded themselves. Our leader's name is Chad. Strange. The area looks...
Yeah, I guess people could make the argument that, like,
Some new
the
Maybe they've concealed
MJ-12 commando armor is, like, powered by their own bioenergy and things like that, and it runs out, so when they die, I don't know. You could make an argument for things like that, but I honestly very much prefer this current edition. As you can tell, there are a lot of changes that VMD makes that I really, really love, so I do recommend... Okay, cool. I do recommend checking it out if some of these changes look appealing to you. And the vast majority of the features are modular. Yes, silencer, finally.
We can't let them discover our hideout.
So if you don't want, for example, the hunger system or the enhanced kill switch or things like that, all of those things can be modularly turned off. Balance changes are more ingrained, so those aren't things that you can immediately turn off. But if a mod has 9 things you like and 1 thing that you don't like, then you'll have to do that calculus on whether you'll be playing it.
Sergeant, is that you?
Yes, we can use 40s. I don't foresee much use of 40s, but we can use them. And, yes, medkit guy. Fellow over here sells medkits. And right now we're a little worse for health. These commandos have not been kind to us.
Sorry. Good deal.
Good deal.
Okay.
And we'll take another. You know, in the lawless world of Deus Ex, it's just as easy to kill people like him for their equipment, but this guy actually does not drop his equipment when he dies. So, in this case, crime really does not pay. I don't know what kind of stash he has for hiding his medkits, but it apparently is a very good one, since JC cannot find it whatsoever.
Visual contact.
Sniper rifle, definitely.
Contact.
Oh dear. That was really dumb, but it worked. I will freely admit, even though there is a pause function and everything, I still can panic. I really can. So I do apologize to those who suffer from my panicking.
Terminating now.
That guy also suffered from my panicking, but in an entirely different way. And I find it so strange that I don't have these Gep rockets loaded up. In the original of Deus Ex Randomizer, you regain your legs if they are fully knocked out if you drink forms of alcohol. That's not something that we're using right... That's not something that's available to us in vanilla matter, but that's okay. We have plenty of health for this run.
If you don't mind the sludge, you'll be able to get around the city.
Toxic gas. Do we want to... We can go through it. We're not very low on torso. Torso is really the only thing that matters.
Hello? Whoever's out there is in serious trouble.
Okay, we made it. And hopefully we'll be finding a med bot of some kind. Any kind of bot would be really useful right now. We shall drink an underwater soda. In a sewer, of course.
These sewers can take you anywhere in the Champs-Élysées, where you will find the club. Above I'm showing MJ-12 troops and the Paris police. Also some bots. The police won't bother you.
Any good
but
loot?
stay
Okay.
away from the troopers.
Not really any loot around here. I'm going to check how strong this hatch is. Because it's much preferable to come out of this hatch. How are we on lockpicks? We have a lot more rockets than we do lockpicks. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll head down. And this is probably going to alert the soldiers to us. And what the heck is that? Okay, I think that's just shrapnel from the destroyed hatch. So, let's find out what's up here waiting for us. Absolutely nothing. That's the reason why we want to use that hatch so often. Very, very useful. Very good.
Be prepared to deal with the Paris police.
This is mostly a stealth area because MJ-12 forces are very powerful around here, and I don't really want to, don't want to deal with them. Oh dear. We're sort of... Let's do that. Let's turn on our cloaking. And just like that, the man did not see us. He has no clue that we even exist. First possible spawn point for Nicolette is over here by this little section right here. It's kind of a strange, nondescript little corner, but she is most definitely not here. Next.
New travel restrictions. Consult the papers.
Okay, she could be in the media store, which is right around the corner. Let's check that out. Crowbar, okay.
You found the club. The only one to stay open during martial law. They've hiked up the cover, but you will have to pay if you want to find out if Nicolette is inside.
No, she's not in here.
No ID.
Is Nicolette in the bakery?
Digital media store. Don't waste your money in those places. You can get anything you want for 2 credits on the black market in Asia.
Not in the bakery. Alright, we are narrowing down the possible places where she could be, and now that I think about it, I do want to check the other side. There are 2 quick little checks we can do over here. Yes, okay.
So?
Now she's going... That little thing, that effect right there is that she uses a ninja smoke bomb to escape. Because it would be... She needs to teleport across the map. It would just be weird to have her stop appearing in one place and to start appearing in another. So the DXR admins decided to add a little smoke bomb effect, and she disappears. So it's a little out of character, but it's far better than some other things that they might have done with respect to that. And I'm going to...
Sergeant, who that in the head?
One thing that I am going to do while I'm here, I'm going to check whether there are any bots inside this, inside the nightclub, because I really don't need money anymore. So let's see if we're lucky and if we can find any bots of a particular kind. Bot? Okay, medbot. Very good. Over here is a guy who I call the tough guy because that's what he calls you. I know that's completely nonsensical because he is the one calling you tough guy. Nevertheless, I find tough guy very useful because he sells you... Oh, spider bot. He sells you a lot of biocells, and those can be really useful when you're this far into a run. Unfortunately, we cannot use biocells, and therefore we are highly restricted. Where is... Yes, okay. And... 30... Nah, we're not waiting. We got plenty of healing out of that, and we do not really need much more. One thing I... Okay, and I think we'll be going out the...
Sure.
You know what? Sure. We can spend the money and check out the loot in the back storeroom.
Unisex, but just wait.
And good heavens, is it worth it? Absolutely. And yeah, just like she says, you earn more money by breaking into here than what you would have by not spending the money. You know, she's a terrible friend. I just have to say that. You just have to recognize that she is not a good friend of the kind that you would want.
Let's
Strange, usually she's running in a circle around the helicopter, and that did not happen today. So, I don't know what the cause of that is, but it happens to everybody. It induces great amounts of madness into speedrunners who just want to talk to her while they're being shot at by Paris police. So, I'm surprised that she did not do that for me this time, but I'm certainly grateful. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to skip the entire chateau because that is an option that I have available due to speedrun mode. So we're just going to go around back and, man, my bioenergy is so low. And, oh my goodness, before I saw this bot, I said the biocell thing, and here we are. Of course, on medium mode, you don't have a lot of difficulty finding bots. I have played on Impossible and on Extreme before. Those are not nearly so generous. So it is quite difficult to find a bot when you need one, but on those difficulty, well, when you're typically playing. Okay, going to use... Yeah, we'll use the get gun. Very, very loud. She usually doesn't follow you this far, so it's kind of strange to see her coming all this way into the cemetery.
You're going the right way.
But yes, typically you have like biocells to supplement your energy usage, and that's not an advantage that we have here.
Send someone to recover it. Prepare to receive a man at the cathedral.
Okay, multi-tool, cannot use that. And I am going to go into the ruined... is there a guaranteed camo inside the chateau? That's actually, I mean, that is genuinely a good point. Not something I was previously aware of. So if that's something that's to be counted on, then yeah, that's actually a really, really important consideration. That's one of the things that I really like about this guaranteed. Something that I really do like about the Deus Ex, this is sniper rifle time. Randomizer is that virtually everything is a trade-off in some way or another. I mean, you go faster, yes, you have... Why did he... Okay.
Watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech. Tough day. Anyone else hungry?
Man, he was good with those throwing knives.
That's the one. Okay, drop it.
We are... There we go, that's much better. That's the way it's supposed to go. With the Deus Ex Randomizer, you go faster, yes, you have less loot, and that can eventually cost you in the end. Or you explore a certain area that makes you go slower, but that may actually lead you to something which is a much greater benefit to you in the end. Like, there's so much that can possibly happen. And that's true for all randomizers, effectively, because... in the case of Deus Ex Randomizer, there are so many variables at play that what is...
I have nothing. Repeat. Nothing.
What is one day a terrible pick could actually be a really, really good one. Ow. That was a Cyber 4 chick. And those guys do explode when they die. Okay, that's a terrible idea.
Orientation.
Yeah. I should stop doing that. I just need to
Watch
move
yourself.
on
This one's
because...
some kind of mech.
We're getting way off track, killing all of these needless people. Let's move on. Typically, this is the place where we would use a scramble grenade, but unfortunately there's no bot here. So that scramble grenade that I picked up earlier is not as useful as you might expect it to be. Well, there is a bot. Let's make use of our enhanced explosive skill. Friendly bot? Yes, friendly bot. Okay. Friendly bot will cover our escape as we make our way into the cathedral proper. And lots of, man, we have plenty of plasma ammo. Lots of sniper rifles around here. There we go. That's how you do it. Okay, moving on.
MJ-12 has the
Now I
cathedral.
said I was going to use the heat ammo for the sniper rifle, which is explosive, inside the freighter. It was never even necessary, so that may be something that we do around here. You know, that scramble grenade would have been really useful right here, but it's a little too late for that now. Instead, we could... Yeah, we could use the spy drone instead. Gonna wait for this thing to come back around because spy drone, it's so expensive right now that I definitely do not want to keep it activated longer than is necessary. Oh, well, 2 of them. That's that certainly changes things. Let's... Yeah, good enough. Since the impact radius is so much larger now on level 4, we don't need to get really close to it. Okay, we can... More plasma. Why not? More plasma. Let's do more plasma. Why not? One of the big things that we could really use here is the cathedral entrance door key. That's not something that we have right now. Well, looks like our entrance so far has been quite stealthy. So, let's make good use of that. Okay, that guy's wearing a helmet, so that means that this is a DXR edition. Like, there's so many things that are added by each version that I could spend all day calling out each of the things that are added by each mod. And I could, like... I honestly think that there's a great amount of... oh gosh. Will these guys just... Actually, now that I think about it, as we speak of the heat amp, you know, that's kind of overkill. We don't really even need to kill these guys. But there's, in my opinion, a great deal of synergy between the Deus Ex Randomizer and Vanilla Matter mods, where, like, they add to each other complexity that each of the other one fulfills in some way. Like, you gain more options for one that the other one's content sort of fills in, like more needs and more solutions, which, you know, just add more and more ways of playing the game, and I could not be happier. I just love these 2 mods very, very much.
I see you are afraid.
Gunther, stop that. Okay, ready to save. And one of the first spots we can check for the computer, which we need, is down here. A lot of times it's down here, but a lot of times it's also inside the kitchen in the lower levels. And I think that's the next place we really want to Okay, this guy, he's gonna be easy. Watch me curse myself by saying that. Well, commentator's curse did not occur this time. Okay, another possible spawn point.
You're a small, prowling mouse, and dumb like a mouse. Keep coming, like you forget about it.
Okay, I don't see it here. I think it's not there. Next.
I remember for everyone.
Yeah, we don't wanna deal with that bot. One of the cool features that VMD adds is that if you shoot or injure a bot enough in its sensor, in its eyepiece, or whatever you want to call that, then it will actually become disabled in a short amount of time. You have to be really good with the Dragon Tooth Sword or something similar in order to achieve that, but I have done it before where I run up and before it can react, I give it a couple of good swipes and it's over with. So, like I said, more options, more capabilities, just more things that you can do. Deus Ex itself is a fantastic game, but more of it. What am I supposed to do now? In fact, I don't even think I have a key to get out of here anyway. So, are there any keys over here?
A good library, worth its weight in gold.
Worth its weight in gold. I agree. Yeah, I could check for a key around here. No, there's not even any key. Alright, let's actually start making progress. I'll head up to the top because I can use the spy... maybe I could use the lamb on that super bot up on the top. Wow, that guy was good. Either my aim was terrible, or he maybe... No, I don't think he had ballistic armor because he had the camo go. Oh dear. No more talking. Let's do the quick draw. Okay, that went quite well. Now we have we have EMP rockets, another VMD edition. And I talk about VMD as adding a ton of... yes, good. Adding a ton of features, but it is still most definitely under development. There's a lot of new things that will be added in the future. There are a lot of plans that WCC has spoken about that will be implemented in future versions. Like right now, the publicly available version is 1.75. I'm using a more advanced version of that because I guess you could call me a beta tester of some sort with WCC. I actually began the Nameless mod and I was just like, I recognize the fun of this, but it's still not Deus Ex. There is something so tremendously unique. Okay, we have found Gunther and the computer, and now we need a way to kill Gunther. But like I was saying, Deus Ex is so incredibly unique on a lot of levels, and even though I will gladly recognize that Nameless mod has probably come closest among all finished mods to the real Deus Ex experience, it is still not exactly Deus Ex. And I think that's a pretty fair take. I don't think anybody would find that controversial. Mr. Gunther, you took a rocket to the face right now. Let's do ballistic. I think we're good. And we have no password, so we're gonna have to hack this thing. I guess that rocket to the face really hurts, so Gunther, I'm going to assume that he's not coming back.
Go to the metro station nearby and await my instructions.
Credit, okay. So yes, this was a fairly harmless cathedral, all things considered, because cathedral, it can be really bad with you. There are a lot of runs where Cathedral is genuinely the very end to the run, because it just has so many possible, like, there's so many obstacles that Cathedral can throw at you that you just don't have an answer to. Like, you need to hack the computer, and you're unable to do that in Deus Ex Randomizer Vanilla, or just like Gunther is there and he is an unstoppable killing machine in front of you, just like Gunther naturally is, and so on. Just Cathedral kills a lot of runs. That and Ocean Lab, those are two terrible places to get caught up on a run. Unfortunately, I've changed topics about 4 times in the last 2 minutes, so at this point I'm there. Okay, no bot. At this point, I will. Okay, moving on. Could get a camo from this guy. Do we need a camo? Actually, I don't think we can pick one up.
Terrorism alert is still active.
But yes, going back to a few minutes ago, you get layers and layers of complexity from the interplay between these two mods, and as each of them gets updated with more and more features, like I was saying, VMD will be having more features in the future, assuming that everything goes well. And there are some really, really big plans for it. For example, I hear WCC talking rumors about things like housing for JC to buy furniture for that you occasionally visit your house in, which sounds like an awesome idea. I highly agree with that. Things like that, just things that if you had the time and the capability, it would be really cool to add to Deus Ex, but a lot of people don't have the time or the capability. So we have to depend on people like WCC to add such things to the game. Not going to spend an explosive to break open the exit door, and also we get some really, really good skill points by coming over to talk to Everett. And yes, this is just the medbot. Yeah, medbot, no big deal. I could also get some more points by talking to Morpheus and
Alec.
And Lucius De Beers, but let's try to make our way out of here in a timely fashion. Any AUG canisters? Mirror lock. No AUG canisters in sight. This is... Open that up, just for the fun of it. Ah, we do have the... Yeah, reload. We certainly want reload to go on that darn Gep gun, because, my goodness. So yes, as I mentioned before, VMD is on version 1.75, and there are plans well into version 2, and if I read correctly, maybe version 3 as well. Don't want to go too confident on saying that, but so long as the mod is being developed, I see many very good and very cool things that are in the works for it. Silencer, we don't have anything that can be silenced. It would be really cool to silence that Gep gun, but sadly it does not fit. Okay, we next want to... We'll do radar transparency. That would make sense. We could next upgrade Aqua Lung, but I don't see an immediate use for that. Just going to grab the skill points here. Plans for Phase 3 and 4, and yeah, absolutely. So, if those things happen, then you will see VMD become probably the most ambitious... Well, yes, okay, we have radar transfer. Okay, hold on, we want... Torso. Yes, I'm going to remove the Aqua Lung. I apologize that our Aqua Lung fans will not have any more Aqua Lung on this run, but we need this. We need regen. 4 units, up to 29 per tick. Normally, the Deus Ex Randomizer nerfs regeneration in such a way that you can regenerate, but only up to a certain point. For example, if your first tier regeneration level is 23, then you can only ever regenerate up to 23 health, on any given body part through the use of regeneration. You cannot go higher than 23 on any point. That's still really useful for regaining your legs and so on when they've been destroyed. But that restriction is not present in Vanilla Matter. Sooner or later, we are going to have a big discussion about Vanilla Matter's role in the speedrunning community and so on, because it does provide a lot of really cool benefits. Like the hacking restriction with energy is not existent as it is in Deus Ex Randomizer Vanilla. So someday we'll have that conversation, but today is not that day. Today we are having fun streaming Deus Ex Randomizer and VMD. And who are our opponents here today?
Watch out for snipers.
Well, this looks like a pretty simple case. No, not the lockpick. We cannot use lockpicks to knock out our enemies, sadly. I think I went for the wrong guy. Got it. Okay. That was kind of a tricky shot, but we made it. You know, this plasma pistol is really pulling its weight. It is the quickest draw of probably all the weapons that I have, and it is just going gangbusters on these folks. Alright, let's... Could start knocking out the security bots, but if that's not necessary, then I don't want to do it. No need to use energy, that would be better spent in other places. Goodbye, mister. And isn't that just amazing to use a silencer on a sniper rifle? Best invention of the 22nd century. And, yeah, we can... Since we have tons of ammo for this darn thing, there's no reason why we should not use it on an enormous map like this. Also, something really cool that you see, if you go on Discord for these, what the heck? If you go on Discord for these mods, you can actually see the developers of Vanilla Matter and Deus Ex Randomizer talking with each other, sharing ideas and so on. And that's really something cool to see that, in fact, that's even happened in this chat before. So, there's, they are on very good terms and they try to work together to make full compatibility where possible between the two mods. Target acquired. I do not exist, my friend. Goodbye. Stop doing that. Oh boy, Commando, not good, not good. We do not like Commandos around here. Commandos are not... Will you stop that? Makes me sort of want to use the EMP rocket. Could really use 218 damage, that's not going to be enough. Oh yeah, no wonder, the Gep gun is much more powerful. Let's just see for fun. No, it's not enough. So if that's not enough, the lamb will definitely not be enough. I think I have no choice here. I'm going to want to use the spy drone to knock out our gigantic, colossal opponent here. I'm left with no other choice. Kind of a big energy drain, but there are worse places we could use our energy. This is an upside-down turret. Occasionally they do get placed on bad locations like this, but it happens. Yeah, and something that I think really benefits the community is that we don't have young people, like immature people, I guess you can say. One of Deus Ex's strengths is that we're generally mature enough in the world of video games that we recognize that being selfish and being overly private about your data really does cause significant problems for the community in the end. And that's something that up until now we've really been able to avoid. I will freely admit that I'm not deeply into the Deus Ex community, but at least it has been my experience that people are open to talk about the game and about this is, oh dear. And you know, try to ensure that other users of the game have a good experience with it. And I think that's something that VMD and DXR have reflected very well. We do have that benefit in the two communities. It's something similar that we have, not to quite the same extent in Daggerfall Unity, but you see some of the same effects there. This is not letting me through. We want... There's a shaft, there's a vent to get in through here. So yes, let's move in through here. We can do this? Okay. We can, we must, we shall try. Okay. I don't think this scientist... Yeah, just a completely pointless dead body out there, but I guess you have to prove the carnage that people have been living somehow. Poor guy didn't make it out. Okay. It'd be really nice to find the control panels for these security bots, but if that's not something that we have, then I guess we'll just have to live without them. I could get the security login from the woman over there. Let me see if I can... Absolutely, if to the extent that it's oh boy, I have Dragon's Breath, and maybe I'll show that off during the stream, if I find a good opportunity. If there is a way to get younger gamers involved in a positive way, then I am absolutely in favor. I have absolutely nothing against that. I don't want to be misinterpreted with what I'm saying right now. It's generally the tendency that as you get younger people into a gaming scene, that they tend to be a little more abrasive and a little more self-centered in the way that they handle things. That's not an absolute rule. That's not something that you can always count on, but it has tended to be my observation. So, to the extent that we can avoid that in whatever way, then absolutely, let's avoid it to every possible extent. And this woman is no longer present. That's not very helpful.
Someone's there. I can hear you.
We really... I mean, that's another upgrader. No reason not to grab it, and especially when we have 3 lamps just waiting to be used. Cannot use the hazmat, so that's pretty much the only thing we can grab out of there. And we'll upgrade cloaking again. Should be a good investment. Okay. That gives us the security login, and we have lockpicks enough to spare. We can do this. Let's check out our skills, because we haven't even done that for a long time now. Lockpicking. 2600 takes us to 59%. That's really good. Medicine is not very useful right now. Low tech. I have a skill point here, talent point that I can use. What do we even want to use? I guess we could go rifle. Just really not worth it, so we are going to upgrade our lockpicking. Yeah, we already have pickpocket. Yeah, we'll just increase our lockpicking capacity.
Guy, watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech.
I did not expect that to happen, but we will deal with it nevertheless. That's just terrible. So let's re-roll that skill. And yes, lockpicking. Yeah, he was coming through. That's what happened. He heard the lamb explosion, and he came all the way from outside to investigate what was going on. Okay, upgrade our cloaking, radar transparency once more. And this time we will not be caught unaware. And now she's running again. My goodness. I would hope that people will be a little more courageous in the face of live fire, but I suppose that's not something that they trained for, or at least they hired for in Vandenberg. Not something they expected to deal with.
Calm down.
I got contact.
Wow, that's terrible. How are we going to deal with this guy? Going to turn up our ballistic to the max? And... guess we'll do rocket. Don't really have anything else that's going to... Tim, I am sorry, but your sacrifice will not be in vain. Wait, did I even... Okay, yes. We got the password out of Tim before we needlessly slaughtered him, but... I mean, I can only do so many things well. Not everything is going to be a success in the world of Deus Ex. And, could use... You know what, there's no need.
Thanks.
Aim for the head.
Can... JC, can you do anything right today? Just a single thing right. Yeah, this is going quite badly on pretty much every front, so let's try that again. Let's do things over, because we have the power of time travel.
Def, watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech.
Could jump into the water there, but I see no need.
Watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech.
See no need. See no need.
Hey, stop right now.
There. That's more like it.
Halt. Please give your ID.
Where's this commando? Well, if we have no need to fight each other, then I think that that's the best outcome for everybody.
Calm down.
Thanks.
Okay, and this time around, I think I'm going to use the spy drone to knock out these lasers, because apparently nothing is going well for us. And that is not an improvement. That was destroying our own bio energy, and darn it, I really should have saved. But it's fine. We will...
Calm down.
Since this is taking a bit longer than I expected, I think that I will end the stream at the end of Vandenberg, which really should be taking me much less time because I only need to make it to the door and then get out from there. That's more like it. That's the way we do things. Now, I know that somebody's coming looking for me, but okay. And maybe that's the end? Oh right, the turret. The turret gets activated when the alarm goes off. Of course it does. And here come some more people. He got shell-shocked. He did not know how to deal with the shots. Okay, I'm going to reload this darn shotgun, which is really necessary. Okay. Going to use this security terminal through the wall because I can. More sniper rifles. Sniper rifles everywhere. And I guess nobody noticed that, so... So yeah, let's use the Yep gun. That really didn't knock open the door. That's strange. Alright, we'll take a second look at that. No control panel.
Anyone else hungry?
Wow. That's kind of an insult, the way that he disposed of me that easily. Alright, then we'll go up to the second floor instead. We'll do this the more normal way. Not great, but that could have gone a lot worse. So, let's hurry in before anything else goes wrong. Okay, any bots that we're dealing with?
I cannot survive much longer.
I have no EMP shielding, so
I must attack.
the
I must attack.
communications room is going to be pretty painful unless we can do some pretty good jumps on our way out. And no, we have no bots, really, so... Yes, we do have bots. We have a bot. And a bot is enough to get us through. Going to drink our sodas. No, 40s. Probably not the kind of thing that you want to do before heading into this control room, but we have just done it.
Just bring up the system for Savage. I'll route data.
We still have the combat music from outside. I'm not sure why, but that sometimes happens. Well, we can use the medbot on the way out, right? The fact that we have completely ruined ourselves is not a cause for concern.
I'm losing.
Yep.
Recharging and... Yes, unlimited. Good, good, good. That's very useful for our current case because we... typically in Deus Ex Randomizer, you can only use bots so many times. For example, on the lowest difficulty, you can use bots, I think, 5 times before they run out. And up until Impossible, you can use a bot 1 time and then it runs out. No, yeah, we'll wait around, since the stream is practically coming to an end anyway. The VMD implementation takes over in this case, in that there's some places where the bot is simply unlimited, and where the bot is not unlimited, then it has a certain amount of energy capacity. For example, it can heal you up to 300 points or up to 400 points or whatever, given, you know, the nature of VMD and Randomizer. I'm not sure what the numbers would be in non-randomized VMD because I haven't played that in like forever-ish. But in this case, because we're in a civilized area, the medbot is unlimited. And just checking that we have the goal. Yes, rescue Tiffany. We have no bioenergy, but we are full on health, so that's at least acceptable in our case. First thing that we're going to do is that we're going to check the rooftop in case Jock has spawned there. That is one possible place where Jock can appear.
Stand down.
Well, this just looks terrible.
Bandit. He's close.
Enemy down. One more bot and the scientists can open the security doors.
Sorta makes me want to go back for that bot, but let's not delay this any longer. And there's a lot, which, of course, I can't use. Could use that turret, but no, there's no need. There's nothing that I could possibly gain by turning off a turret at this time. Flare darts, and
Glad.
we get the bot code from her, which we already have. Okay, the helicopter is over there. Normally this would be a big problem because we would want to turn off... We need to destroy the enemy bots to be able to get up there. There's typically no other way. However, Jesus on Wheels was a pioneer in showing... Actually, we're really low on bioenergy, so that's kind of a problem. Let's see if we can do this on running 3. And just made it, just barely, just ran out of bioenergy right there. Okay, Mr. Tong, it's time to bring this stream to an end. I really wanted to finish the game by the end of the stream, but quite honestly, I'm just amazed at how slow I am. So this is where we are going to end things for today. So we will pick up on part 3 to finish this run out. Thanks everybody for being here, for being a part of the stream, chatting, interacting, and so on, and I hope it has been enjoyable to some degree. And we will see you next time when we finish up, and hope everybody has a good night and weekend. We will see you next time. Just going to put down the save. End of stream 2.